The North East has given a mixed reaction to the government's latest autumn budget, with leaders welcoming some support for families, but warning that the region will need far more investment in the months ahead. One of the biggest announcements was the end of the two-child benefit cap, a move expected to lift thousands of children in the North East out of hardship. Many local MPs have called it a major step towards tackling child poverty after years of campaigning from councils, charities and community groups. There was also news for household budgets. The Chancellor confirmed a cut of £150 from annual energy bills, offering some relief as winter approaches. National insurance and income tax thresholds, however, will remain frozen for 3 more years beyond 2028, meaning more workers across the North East could drift into higher tax brackets as wages rise. The region's economy reaction has been more cautious. The North East Mayor Kim McGuinness said that while she welcomes new powers to introduce a tourist tax, a levy she says could fund festivals, jobs and boost tourism, major projects were notably absent from the announcement. There was no firm commitment to the Northern Powerhouse Rail scheme, and the long-awaited reopening of the Leamside line remains undecided. Calls for upgrades to the A19 at Moor Farm, more trains for the Northumberland line and additional backing for Sunderland's Crown Works film studios were also not addressed. Instead, the region will receive £96 million through a local growth fund, with hope this will support small businesses, town centres and regeneration plans from Gateshead to the coast. Councils also welcomed a new surcharge on high-value properties, which could raise millions nationally through council tax, though many warn it won't fix long-term pressures on local authority budgets. To add to this, Jane Black, the Digital Futures Policy Manager of the Institution of Engineering and Technology in the North East, believes the government has missed the opportunity to provide support for small and medium-sized businesses, alongside the newly introduced Cyber Security and Resilience Bill.
Certainly was a lot to welcome in the budget, particularly in terms of engineering technology. So there's investment for apprenticeships, which will really help tackle skill shortages. And for that, we know that large businesses often do better for completion rates of apprenticeships. And what we now need is that much needed focus for smaller businesses and helping with like the local training providers to make sure that those apprenticeships are as successful as possible. But we also saw some things missing from the budget yesterday. For example, a focus on cybersecurity. With the Cybersecurity and Resilience Bill that's going through Parliament at the moment, that would have been an ideal opportunity to do so. What we know is that 2/3 of the public think that the government needs to prioritise this more, and that 70% think businesses need to do more. But it is hard for smaller businesses to do that. So we were calling for tax breaks for smaller businesses to help them reskill and reinvest to bolster their cybersecurity defences.